What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today's video is going to be a little bit more S2000 specific because this is a problem that I'm running into. So those of you who watch my videos regularly, normally, you know, I just do automotive lifestyle vlogs. This one's going to be more of a dedicated, like, you know, problem specific fix type thing. And for you guys that you're popping in because you had this issue with your S2000 as well, let's get into it. So here at my shop, we like to work on cool cars. We got AP1, we got AP2, big turbo RSX, 2J Cressida, and of course the problem car, you know, that we're talking about here is my AP1 S2000. So this is my 03, and the issue that I'm having, and that there's minimal information on, it's a simple issue, but something that needs to be addressed on this car. I do track it, and I do lots of canyon driving. So the issue that I'm having is my alignment hardware is starting to slip. Now, when that happens, obviously, that's not good because your car is going to start going all out of whack. The front stuff, not my problem. The front, I rebuilt when I bought the car 2 years ago. You know, it's all new eccentric hardware, you know, new control arms. But the issue I'm having here is in the rear end of the car. Now, it's kind of hard to see because the way I have built my exhaust here, but you can kind of see up in there, my tabs, which are these guys, have starting to flatten out. And more so back here. So you can see that those are supposed to be totally squared up, and that's the issue that I'm having is my locking nuts aren't doing so much locking anymore, and my tabs are not totally squared up. Like even this one has bowed out a little bit. So we're going to be fixing that pretty easy. All we're going to be doing is hammering this straight a little bit, you know, a punch and a hammer, and then we're going to go through and we're going to lay a couple tack welds. Just to hold it. Now there is a guy on eBay that sells like little braces that goes over this. You know, it's, if you want to spend the money, go for it, but I know it's not really necessary. I'm just going to go ahead and lay a couple welds around it, and that's going to work just fine for me. And, you know, to top this off, you know, ignore this, that's not what we're here for. I do have all new hardware. So, well, this is also the hood grommet since I just recently got a carbon hood and needed that. But this is all the new hardware. I got this through, who is it? SoColors 2K Parts. I forget his branding now. I'll have it here up on the screen. But he's who I buy a lot of this, you know, especially S2000 parts from. So this is all the OEM eccentric hardware. The only issue is that you can't buy, you know, just the nuts anymore, at least not through Honda. So I just went ahead and got all new hardware just to make sure that I don't have to deal with anything getting stuck later on. You know, it's an Arizona car, but not too friendly when, you know, bolts get stuck in the arms. So, yep, this all going on here. So it's, you know, pretty straightforward. I'm just going to throw you guys up on the tripod and I will get these things knocked out. Obviously, when you do this, you're going to have to go get yourself an alignment. My tires are basically already dead, and I got like a 30-mile or 20-mile drive home, so I'm going to end up hurting these tires pretty bad on the drive home, but that's all right. I'm going for an alignment in the morning. In my case, I got to drop this back section of the exhaust right here so that way I can, you know, get access to my bolt. But other than that, yeah, let's swap these out really quick. If you guys don't already know, something important to do if you are going to be the one welding this, anytime you're welding on anything chassis related on cars, you want to disconnect your negative battery terminal so that way you don't accidentally ground it out through the car. So simple as that, you know, better safe than sorry. Now you can see that's a lot more straight than I was before. So now all we would do is clean this up to raw metal, and then we're just going to give it a couple tack welds, and that's going to hold it up for us. So that way we don't have to worry about this thing flipping out again. But I got the alignment hardware laid out right here. So all the washers and the lock nuts are the same part number. So, you know, there's the lock nut, and there's the washer. And then these bolts are different. So here is the front one. And then here is the rear one. What I mean by front and rear is this one and this one. These are the two that we're replacing. And you'll notice they are different lengths. I don't know, I can't remember exactly which one's which, but When you take the first one out, you'll know. Well, we'll find out here in a minute. But yeah, so it's those two, and again, this one and this one. You can see my tabs on this one are really far bent out of shape, so this one's not a huge issue. I mean, obviously I'm still going to fix that one, but I mean, I personally am going to upgrade to adjustable links. So yeah, you know, to each their own, but I'm going to go ahead, straighten these all out, lay some tacks on all of them, and then we'll be good to go. And then obviously to weld it, you're gonna need something to prep it. So I don't even know if I have anything efficient to get up in there. May just have to take like a Sawzall blade, because you know, it's got to be up in here, and then just like grind what you can away. Just whatever you got to chip away the paint, just do that. Got the weld spots cleaned up quite a bit. Now I'm gonna go ahead and swap the hardware out. So here you can see the old bolt on the left and the new bolt on the right. And just to make sure it's the right one, you know, we'll set this one up next to it. And you can see this, I believe this would be the toe arm technically, is going to be shorter in length than the other two. So I'm going to go ahead and set this one aside, set the old one aside, grab a new bolt, grab a new washer, and a new lock nut. So it's hard to tell, but you can see in here when you're looking at yours, like the inside of these nuts has nylon. And the issue is over time the nylon just wears out, and that's part of the reason why these don't torque down correctly anymore. They don't, you know, the vibration knocks it loose. Something you want to bear in mind is you're not torquing it from the front side, because the front side here is what rotates it. When you torque it from the nut side. So for me, I'm just doing my camber all the way out right now, because I'm pretty sure that's about where I had it before, for, you know, the track alignment and stuff. And the factory only goes to like -2.8, I think, on my car, 3, somewhere around that. So camber, I'm maxing out. The toe, you kind of just gonna have to eyeball it to get you to the alignment shop. All right, now that I got all the bolts swapped out, I'm gonna go ahead, lay a couple of tacks, and that'll pretty much wrap us up. My normal camera died, so forgive me for the filming on the phone, but that's pretty much all we're looking for. There, got that one. Oh, I missed that one. Okay, I gotta go back. I gotta do that one. But we got that one. Got that one up there. Got that one up there. And that one up there. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, of course, I'm gonna have to try and drop this on the ground a little bit and try and tweak the alignment slightly. The camber I'm not worried about, but the toe, I need to be able to at least get this thing home without ripping the wheels off. So I'm gonna play around with it a little bit, you know, tack up this last tab, but realistically that's all we're gonna be doing. That should fix your problems, at least for a good long while. All right, guys, that's pretty much gonna wrap it up. I mean, it's a pretty simple thing to do. It's a little labor intensive if your things are, you know, bent pretty well out of shape. But overall, you know, it's a pretty easy fix. If you got a friend with a welder, you know, what is it, 12, 15 tacks, and you'll be, you know, on your way. If you are Arizona local, though, and you want me to do this to your S2000, hit me up on Instagram at Sadowski Fabrication. I can get you taken care of. If you're new to the channel, though, hopefully you've considered subscribing by now if you want to help support the channel by any means. I have Big Cartel where you can find my merch. I have, you know, affiliate links in the description where you can get some of the stuff I use. Even just clicking on those links and getting something else, you know, it kicks me a couple bucks. But anyways, guys, again, thanks for spending some time with me here today. Do what you love. Think about the rest. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.